Welcome to this Biscuit Boys Extra with me, the Gabby Cabby, on SRB Radio with a living legend. In fact, this is part 3 with my friend Lee John. How are you? And welcome back to Birmingham, Lee.
Welcome back, I should say. Thank you for having me back again in Birmingham. Having a wonderful time. Here I am again. It's been a long day, but still it's good to see you.
Yeah, and we've had 1 or 2 technical issues.
We have. It's all to do with volume, but this technology, the 21st century, that's all it's all about. You press one button, another one doesn't work, and then you find out it's the volume button.
And in the last century, you started off your career.
Yeah.
And if we fast forward now to this century, it's 35 years of imagination. You must have been 12 when you started that group.
8. 2. Body Talk was when I was 2.
Yeah.
It's funny, but 35 years, it goes so quickly. And I've been doing a lot of interviews. So obviously when you do a lot of interviews, you do a lot of reflecting. And you have a lot of time to absorb and think the good things, the bad things. I don't really dwell on the bad things as much. I kind of move forward. And what's been amazing is I'm still doing it. You know, the latest projects, I should say, which is of most recent, was the British Collective, which has been an interesting project because last year was kind of a heavy personal year for me, family-wise. And, you know, I went straight into recording the British Collective plus a New Imagination album. And in doing the British Collective, it was a godsend in a way because we went straight to Grenada to do some shows, which was fantastic. And we're all very different. You have Omar, who has his own tone, his own richness, his own style. Nothing like this, you know. And he has that. He has a kind of a Latin, Afro, reggae, soul, jazz feel. And you've got Donny, who's helped produce the album, amazing maestro, musician, extraordinary. And, you know, he comes up with all those little things, like on the new British Collective album. He does a lot of that. Junior was with him, and he was part of the process in getting us all together and trying to keep everybody's individual sound, you know, like he wanted the imagination sound, that he feels was me for the, you know, that's recognizable for the collective. And then Noel, who came up with quite a few different ideas, like the idea to do Love Me Tonight, which became a #1 soul single this year. And also Noel's involved with a lot of the community, especially, you know, with different youths. He's seen a lot of the different artists come up and push them and things like that. So, you know, and then there's me. I was thinking, who else is there? You know, then there's me. But even before me, on the album, you have got people like Shauna Scoffrey doing a little bit, Rick Clark doing a little bit. You have, oh my gosh, Glenn Goldsmith doing a little bit. You have, oh my gosh, they're going to kill me for not saying anything. But anyway, there's so many little tiny people coming in. Paul Johnson did a little bit as well. So, but we're the main gatekeepers of that project. So that's one project, and the album is out. And I think it's the Renaissance has just begun, which I think is true to everything that Black British music is all about. And it's going to enhance not just our careers, but for everybody else. I mean, I was speaking yesterday to Delroy Murray of Total Contrast, who we went to school with, and who basically, you know, could have been in Imagination because he was there around the same time. When a lot of people don't know that. He was in my bedroom when we were deciding, what am I going to do? Am I going to be a solo singer? Am I going to have a group? And And he was kind of ahead of me in, you know, doing his own production, doing his own writing, doing his creative thing. He was very much independent, doing like independent label. Before I even was thinking about it, he was doing that. But we were always very, very tight. And I remember I put Total Contrast in the studio just before they had their first hit. Just to give them a little bit of a push, you know. And so with the British Collective, it's the same situation where through the door we go, everyone else will follow through to see the legacies of so many British black music come through again. I think the radio needs to start playing their own, you know, and I think that's the thing. I listen to some of the major stations, even like Magic or Smooth or some of the FM radio stations, and they don't support. They really don't support enough. We have such an eclectic, colourful, wide range of British black music, and it's not showed as much as the Americans on the radios. It doesn't show the percentage. I mean, I go to France, my jazz albums played, the Imagination is played, obscure garage records or mixes I've done get paid, even in the States. And then I hear other people that I know from here, So it doesn't reflect what is all about, what people are all about here. So that is one of the things with the British Collective. And then while I was going through some of my family problems, I managed to get time to do a new Imagination album called Retropia. And everyone's asking me, what does Retropia mean? Well, first off, it's what I call my contribution. It's like a salute to the fans, because some of the songs have a retro feel to it, and that was intentional because I wanted. They were emailing me and talking to me about what happened to this song, what happened to that song, why didn't you do this? It was up for years. So I decided, well, for example, there's a song called Fantasia, which is on a white label, if you're lucky to find it. First it was out as Carmichael, which is one of my middle names.
Okay.
K-E-R Michael, Fantasia. And then it had a kind of NWA loop underneath it, which I think was a speeded up James Brown loop. But it was really rocking in the early 90s, so everyone was playing Fantasia. I'd hear that all the sound systems, but it was under another name, but no one knew it was me.
Yeah.
I think 1990, 1991, around that time. And then there's a track called Utopia, which I was going to do on my jazz album, but I felt it was more for either a solo album or for Imagination, so I put it on this album. And another track called Solitude, which is supposed to be on the jazz album, and it's got more of a Latin feel. And then there was a song which is probably a testament of time, called Make Your Mind Up. And the story of Make Your Mind Up was when we did it I think I recorded it in 84, 85 with Toby Baker, who's a wonderful keyboard arranger. He's done production, he's worked with Shaka Khan, he's worked with, Michael McDonald, Jack Graham. He's worked with a lot of British musicians as well. And Toby and I wrote this song ages ago. And even my drummer that I'm working with now, Crispin, played on the original. This song got us our deal when we left Red Bus Records with BMG. Mm-hmm. This was the song everyone said, this is a hit. Then we went to Los Angeles, wrote with all the different people, did a whole album, and it got put in the bag. Yep. And then I recorded it again in the 90s, and it was going to go out again. And something somehow just wasn't right. The timing wasn't right. But in that time, I was always playing it on stage. I'd always stick it in the show sometimes. Yeah. So the fans got to know it, like Utopia. I'd be playing that on stage. And there was another song I wrote when my manager, Brian Longley, passed in 1991, called Hello Goodbye. And it was a very, 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 very hard song for me. And because I have had some losses last year, I felt it was time to redo the song. And my guitarist, Jimmy John Myers, I said, look, let's just do it how we feel it, because I wanted to say something to those that have departed, that they're still here with me in my heart. They're still here. I still recognize their contribution to my life. And Hello Goodbye, from that, you haven't heard the song yet, so it's just, you may hear me do it live, so that's why I'm saying that's going to be on the new album. So I think this Imagination album is different to the British Collective album because it's got more emotional ties. With the Collective, it was more of, I'm adding a little bit to this bit. It's like you're creating a meal, and I'm adding my colours to it.
So will both albums be out at the same time? When are the albums due out? When will I be able to get hold of them? When can I write an album review for both? And also I want to know about Secrets, because that's going to be your lead single, isn't it, from the Imagination album?
The British Collective album is out now,
okay.
So you can download the Renaissance right now.
Is it only download?
It's right. No, you can buy it physically. I think soon. I'm not sure. I need to find out about that, but I know that you can buy it on down. Well, they'll send you if you order it on Amazon. You can get the physical CD, and there's some fantastic songs on there. And with the Imagination album and the Secrets is going in the charts in France right now. And I specifically did that intentionally because we had a successful Greatest Hits. I was doing quite a lot of shows there and TV, and they wanted something. And I didn't want to put it out so soon, but the demand was coming through. So we're doing a special 35th anniversary show all around the world. So I'm doing the La Cigale in the 21st of October in Paris. So the record company decided we'll release the album that time. But in the meantime, Secrets has been buzzing on radio, and people are liking it. Now, unbeknownst to me, people have been sneakily hearing it over here. So I've not even said to anybody about Secrets, you know, it's until, like you mentioned it, more people are asking for Secrets. And I've got some wonderful mixes. Lunar Man, who's a great mate, a fantastic remix producer, he did a mix of Secrets. Donnie's done a fantastic R&B version of that. So it's kind of like a best kept secret, so to speak. And I'm still holding it back. We're thinking maybe late October or November, maybe we'll do a special thing for Secrets and bring the album out later. But now I think in the UK, the market is very separate to what goes on in Europe. It's very, very separate. And in the States, things happen over in the States different to here, like in or Canada or Australia or Japan. It's very kind of, people do get the music through, but they have their own homegrown now. So you're competing with homegrown artists as opposed to all the UK stuff. So it just gives us that chance to do that. We're just competing with the piracy. That's the only situation. So, and I think probably for the Retropia album in England, I'll probably add some more bonus things online that you can't get in there, because there were some mixes I had of Crash, there were some mixes I had of David Morales mix, which no one's heard, which people keep asking me about.
I think I've heard that.
The David Morales mix.
Yeah. It's probably a little bit longer as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is quite heavy, and he's been asking me when he putting my mix out. And I mean, even for the album, I'm doing, the 21st of October, there's going to be a Retropia website. Okay. So a lot of the videos will be on there as well, behind the scenes, some interesting stuff.
So how many records, because I always call them records,
yeah,
they are records,
I still do,
they know money, the records.
Yeah.
How many records are on the Retropia album? Because it is a mouthful, isn't it? Retropia. When you get it, don't you?
Yeah, Retropia.
And I think that's a great thing about a name.
Yeah, for an album.
Yeah, when it's something common, you kind of like forget it, but when it's Retropia, it's unforgettable then.
Retropia. It's a Retropia, because it's like, you know, Opia is normally a world or something that, you know, it's like, you know, the world of, or, you know, and I thought Retropia is like a place.
Yeah.
And the whole album is kind of a concept album. And I was going to start talking on the album at the very beginning, but then I thought, no, it's too corny and stuff. And I did do it, and I thought, no, I'll take it off. You know, it wasn't easy because I was so close to it. But I didn't want it to be something that I just wanted to have a classicness to it. You know, so it's something that is it's more personal. And there's some songs on there that are personal as well, so it has that, and there's a few extra goodies on there. I mean, I've mentioned to a couple of people, so I have to tell you, I've also got some bonus tracks. There's a bonus track of Illusion. There's also a version of Police and Thieves produced by myself and Dennis Bovell, which sounds wicked. It takes you right back to my days of the sound systems and stuff, how I've done it. You hear it. It basically, it takes you on that journey. So that's what I'm saying. It's got a Retropia. It has that old feel to how we've done it. And he's played some old keyboards and stuff. As I said, I've got Bluey from Incognito playing on there. 2 songs I wrote with Steve Nicol from Loose Ends, and a duet with Michael Endap from Level 42. So therefore, it does take you back. So the whole Renaissance thing with the British Collective and what I'm doing, there's all a connection. Yes. And I think from that movement we'll bring more.
Will the British Collective and Imagination, or both, will there be a tour supporting the albums?
We will be doing a British Collective tour that's talking in the pipeline right now about doing some live shows, which is very exciting. We want to do some special shows. I'm always touring because I have different things in the book.
You don't
different
stop.
Times. Yeah, well, it's exactly the things that come up. So some periods I'm working more out of London, out of England than I am in England. So then all of a sudden festivals want you, you know, for the summer to do this and that. So so they always put, you know, we book way in advance. So that's one of the things. So, you know, and it's fun to do them. You hibernate in the winter, then you work in the summer.
I don't think you hibernate, Lou. You do not stop. What we need to do as well is give everybody a check out for your Twitter feed, which is at Lee John.
Lee John, at Lee John.
And don't forget, guys, there's an extra E in Lee. Lee is very different. And then on your Facebook and on your website, which is leejohn.com, everything's on there. And your Facebook, you've got quite a few Facebook accounts.
I have two. I've got the Lee John Facebook with 3 E's, and then there's the Lee E John with 2 E's and a big E John, or 2 E's and a little E John.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're all kind of connected, and there's an Imagination Facebook as well, but they're all interlinked, intertwined. So if you don't get to one, I find sometimes I've got to put things on all 3 of them. And then what we have in each territory now, in Belgium, you've got Patrick, who looks after the Belgium fans, and there's a page. You've got Richard and Ghislaine, who do one in France. You've got Michael in Germany that does one, and there's a new girl doing one in America, and we're looking at one in Spain.
Okay.
And South Africa as well.
And the England one?
The English one is Tina. You have Tina. Tina's still right there. Yeah. She's right there giving us strong support. And Steve the Greek, he does all the merchandise. Yeah. Having said that, at the Jam House on October the 5th, Steve will be there with the merchandise.
Okay.
So everybody wants to come for merchandise, CDs, T-shirts, he'll be there. You'll be able to hopefully be able to buy some Rich Collective CDs. And some special things that we've made up for you guys.
So I'm going to bring some money.
Good.
With me that night.
We love that.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. The artwork for the Imagination album, I did see on your social media, and what I have to say as well is, you are the most energetic, the most nicest, if that's a proper word, person that I've ever interviewed.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you are. A lot of people, and I've met so many great people through music, you know, and when you are a superstar, because you must have sold somewhere in the region of 50 million records, you still are hands-on with your social media, and you treat everybody the same. There's no airs and graces. I, in fact, said to you the other day, and you said, Gabby, I'm just me. And you are just Lee. Yeah,
that's it. Well, I've being me for so long, I'm happy in my own skin. Yeah. As you see me as I am. When it's time to be the glamorous and do it, when it's time for the stage, then I'll turn into that persona. Yeah. You know, and I don't think I'm a diva from hell, but what I do want is the best. Yeah. I want the best for the audience. I want the best as far as the professionalism is concerned. When it's my work, you know, so I hate people if I'm working and they want to mess about. Because that's a distraction, and that's a negative. And that means they're trying to take my energy away. And then what I don't do, I don't scream or shout. I make it noticeable so they know that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, because they're draining the energy that I need for everybody else. Yeah. So for me, I'm glad I got a good team around me, and I've had grounded people around me, and they know when it's time to be the star and when not time to be the star. Yeah. You know, there's those kind of things. But for me, it's about the work and always the new projects. You know, Nomfusi is another project which is coming out in October. She's with a German label. She was as Miriam Makeba in the Nelson Mandela film. I've done 2 songs with her on her album, so she's promoting that. And they filmed all that as well. So if you go to Nomfusi, I'm not sure what the website is, NOMFUSI, then you see there's some things on there. It's very different to Imagination, very different to the Rich Collective. I've also done a new song with the Gibson Brothers.
Oh, right.
And it sounds like a hit record for next year. It's very, very good. I've also done a song with Electro Kid, which have not come out yet. It's been in the can for a while. It hopefully will see the light of day. After the Imagination album, I have been it's been on the record to do another jazz album. But I have to finish the film, and with the film, there's a soundtrack for the film with all the different compilation bits. Plus, I'm going to Belgium this week, but I'm supposed to do a photographic book for a coffee table book of pictures, which we're still going to do. But there was a debate as to what pictures go in and what pictures don't go in. Yeah. So basically, we shoot some and may not. but that is definitely going to be coming. So there's a lot of activity, and I'm still doing stuff for SOS. In fact, I'm doing some charity
The
things.
kids charity.
Yeah, and I'm still doing some other bits. I'm doing some stuff for Childline, and Make-A-Wish Foundation as well. So, I just, every day is a new day. You embrace it, enjoy it, let every moment count. I think you need to, and you need to push yourself as much as you can. So I still have people coming up with different projects, but then I got to say no, because I've got a lot of business things I need to sort out, and that's why I'm very hands-on, because I found the moment I don't do it or I haven't done it, and then I can pass it on to somebody that once I've done it completely, it's always done halfway.
Also, Lee, got to give a shout out to Archie.
Archie's very good. Archie's extremely good. Archie basically has been a real strong backbone. Archie, Steve the Greek, and Crackers Radio in London have been extremely good. And Crackers Radio, which you have to link up with, because they're really interested in linking up with people. I've known Crackers, the whole corporation and the people on it, for a long, long time. And Tony J there is a really great guy. There's a lot of stations that are very, they're very kind of, what do you call it, separatist in a sense, and Crackers is not like that. They really do support, and I get a strong feeling I can creatively do what I want, but they'll still be behind it. And there's a lot of work I've done, which Steve the Greek, DJ Illusion, because he's kind of have had access to a lot of my stuff. So he's got mixes. People are thinking, oh my God, where's this from? So all of a sudden he sneaks things in, and people didn't even realize, I had this garage mix of Crash, and people said, this is really heavy. Lee, where has this been? So there's a lot of stuff like a young lady today for Hospital Radio I did a show for. She went online. I had done a Northern Soul track for Ian Levine, and I couldn't remember. It was 2006 or something, she said. And I thought, I can't remember the name of the song, which is so bad. I kind of blocked it out. And she said, oh, I love Northern Soul. This is really great. It was Northern Soul 1 or something. But, there's so many pieces of my life now that is out there. So, I think that I'm still learning. I'm still being educated on a lot of stuff. I'm not kind of like think I've done it all for 35 years. There's still another 35 years I'm praying I can go on to do. And there's still a lot more I want to, and I'm interested in technology. I'm using it a lot with the film and also with music and stuff. And I'm finding, because of technology, I'm moving things a lot quicker. A lot much quicker, so therefore I can do things a lot quicker. But then sometimes I've got to step back a bit just to make sure the quality is there, because sometimes even though you move quick, the quality is not always there. And a lot of people on social media have great images, they've got a load of hits and loads of all this, it looks fantastic, everything looks fantastic, but then when you see them, their quality isn't as good, because you can do anything graphically. So I think that's where all the years, I call my little battery pack, all the years of all, you have to always have a battery pack of knowledge, because knowledge is the key to all the answers, from the turn of the century, to up to today. Keep learning. I always dig back in the past. I listen to my old records, not mine, Imagination. I listen to old records.
In fact, I was listening to Imagination records today.
Which one?
I love lots of your old records. I think Body Talk is just fantastic. To start your career with such a wonderful record, and Just an Illusion. I love the lyrics as well. It's a story of life, isn't it, really? That
it
you're
is.
looking at something and is it all just an illusion?
It's just an illusion. Could be that. And all this confusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. Could be that. And all this confusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Could be that. And all this confusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. Could be that. And all this confusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Could be that. And all this confusion. Could be that. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion.
Well, that was what it was about. We'd reached that point in our career where, to be honest with you, we were really at the height of our success. But then at the same time, there was a lot of unreality about it. So you've reached, we had so many hit records before, and then we got to that point. It was like, wow, we're looking around us and it's just an illusion, And, you're looking everywhere. It could be in love, it could be in romance, it could be in business, it could be in any situation where you feel successful.
Yeah.
But then, is it really real? You're still questioning. And I think we all go through life still questioning.
Tell me about it.
And there were some songs like people used to love. All I Want to Know, celebrating 35 years. I think I mentioned some of the songs I can remember. All I Want to Know, All Night Loving, One More Love, Tell Me You Want My Love, which a lot of people love. So Good, So Right, I'll Always Love You, Don't Look Back, the ballad, which a lot of people like. And Thank You My Love has been one where everyone is talking about, like it's revived itself, and all the DJs say, I hear Illusionaire music and lights, but this one was a very special one I used to love, Thank You My Love, So I think that kind of sums up my years. I think out of all the songs, I think Thank You My Love kind of sums up what, of all the hit records, that my contribution in a sense. On the new album there's a track called The Best I Could, and I can't tell you about it until you hear it.
Okay.
But it also is in that, not in the same vein, but it sounds like a very old song.
Yeah.
Is the way I've re-recorded it. But Thank You My Love kind of represents, I think, how I feel about the fans, and reflecting back, and the good times and a bit of melancholy. I think we need a little bit of that, especially these days, because we're so involved in politics, and there's the presidential campaigns, and just the world is spinning so fast. We don't know whether or not we're going to spin out of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes melodies, and long-lasting melodies that stick with us forever, can sustain us.
And we also need music and lights. That is another classic song.
Plenty of them. I mean, it's fun doing them on stage, and I'm lucky to have a fantastic band of musicians. They're really very good, and some of them have been with me a very long time, like Dr. John Watson. He's been with me a very long time. Alexis on bass, Jimmy John of Reason, Edo, my tour manager, sound. You know, they're very supportive, my team.
Yeah.
They're like a family. So it's great because then I don't have to think. And that's one of the things. I want to close my eyes and just do. And that's how I am, you know. And that's what I could say.
About 15 minutes ago, you said it's in the can. So I'm going to take you back to Cannes. Was it the film festival? Mm-hmm. You was given an award. So talk me through that.
Well, this year, with all the turmoil I had last year, it was a wonderful feeling to first get an award in Sweden for a Lifetime Achievement. And then I went to Cannes a month later and got another Lifetime Achievement. The only problem was with the award, they spelt the name wrong, so they've got to change it.
Okay.
They put imagination instead of imagination,
Okay.
so they have to redo that. So you know, it was quite funny, but it was nice accepting a Lifetime Achievement. I think I'm not even there yet to even get that, so that's the beauty of it.
Well, that's the nice thing about receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award when you're about 39 years old.
Totally.
Isn't it?
Or 34 even.
Well, yes. And Flashback, the movie. Let's talk about your film that's on the back burner. It's going to be an absolute stonker.
I'm praying we have. Actually, I was working on it yesterday, ironically, and it's a passion of mine, and also the team working with me with it. History of UK black music. I discovered so much about so many different artists, producers, people that were in the industry, how the industry was, people's feelings, emotions, how about their musical types, concepts, what made them create. So in doing that, you can only but benefit. It's feeding you so much information. So we are looking at trying to get it into a film format first, and then a series. Mm-hmm. So that's the hard part, because there's so much stuff.
When do we think it may?
I'm fighting to get as much of the rough cut done this year, and then to have it out in festivals by next year. It has to be, you know, it's just got to be. Yeah. It's just very, very hard. I mean, last year was very hard for me as family scenarios were happening, so it was very, very hard. And lucky I had outlets, like the music, like the shows and stuff, and I toured with Kool and the Gang and Earth, Wind and Fire, so that also preoccupied a lot of my time. So I couldn't be there to be editing, but we're getting closer. And I think once we get on the roll, something next week I'm praying will happen, and we'll be speeding up the pace a lot quicker. Yeah.
Instead of rewinding,
which may be next year too.
Are you still writing as well, Lee, going forward?
I do write. Part of the book that we were going to do, the Coffee Table book, which I will be doing, there will be some monologues on there, which I've written before, which pertain to different references of emotions and music and songs and stuff like that. I find nowadays, because you've got the mobiles and whatever technical things, to get distracted. So I find I have to be away. I write more when I'm away now.
Yeah, sure.
And I write a lot when I'm away, actually. I write a book loads. So emotionally, I'm not distracted or anything. So it gives me time to think and write.
So when your crowd are there adoring, I would say, the greatest show person of his generation.
Who?
You.
No, there's many.
I don't
Prince,
know.
I think, was one of the greatest. Prince,
Well,
Douglas,
yeah, okay.
Prince and Michael Jackson, who I adored all of these people.
Yeah.
All the Motown artists I adored. James Brown was great. I'm still learning my trade. I'm still learning. I'm still what's it called? Honing my
craft.
My craft. Yeah, there's things I still want to, you know, and it's frustrating with me sometimes when I'm with other people. They don't have that same, you know, bite. You know, they will just accept mediocrity, and I just don't like that. It's not just energy; it's just that I want more. And that's it, really. So you can only improve on yourself to be the best.
Well, when I watched you last year at the Jam House, you was the best.
I pray.
Thought you were phenomenal.
Well, I pray this year that we can live up to it. And this year, I think having some new artists supporting us as well will contribute to keep that fluidity of freshness and youth, and keep the legacies of not just only me, but so many other artists who contributed to British black music. So thank you, and I hope to see everybody at the Jam House, and we will be celebrating together with some champagne after the show at the Jam House, Birmingham.
Lee John, can I thank you for your time, sir?
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you would like to contribute? Anything else in your absolute manic existence here on planet Earth that you've still got in the back burner? Or?
There's a few things, but
Okay.
I'm not going to say any more right now. I want to let everything breathe and simmer, and then you'll know about it. But then it will be released. All I can say for you is peace, love, and light.
Thank you, Lee John.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir. And I'll see you back in Birmingham on the 5th of October at the wonderful Jam House that I perceive to be the jewel in Birmingham's crown.
Definitely, I agree.
Thank you. Cheers, Lee.
you. Thanks.
Well, thanks for listening. Good night and God bless.
Searching for the touch of life. No words are spoken.